What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Ben Thomas Show. Thanks for coming back. Today, I've got a new pre-order opening window for Chakotay from Star Trek Voyager from the company EXO-6. And I'm actually pretty excited about this one, a little bit more than I expected to be, especially with the price point. There's been a couple of adjustments. So let's talk about it. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button, smash the subscribe for me, and let's get into it. Okay, welcome back. I think what I'm most excited about with this release today was that we've actually started building an entire bridge crew. Now, it's of course from Star Trek Voyager, and I understand that Voyager hasn't always been a huge fan favorite. I think it's developed a bit of a cult following over the last couple of years even. I loved Voyager as a kid. I used to watch Voyager after school every single day, and it's got a lot of nostalgia packed into it for me. Now, I've been, audibly disappointed with a couple of the releases that we've got from EXO-6, especially when it comes to Voyager crew specifically. Most specifically, Captain Catherine Janeway. I love Catherine Janeway. I think she's a great, powerful female character, great captain, great leader, and that figure just, in my opinion, didn't quite capture the likeness that I was hoping for when it comes to a premium 6-scale figure line. She looked a little plasticky, a little on the toyetic side. This Chakotay release, I am way more happy with. I think most notably, the paint applications on the skin look significantly improved over the Janeway release. I would say more in line with what I'm expecting from a 6-scale figure line at least, especially when they advertise them as museum grade. The stubble, you can notice that. I think that looks pretty good. I also think the tattoo on the face looks really natural and well painted, so bravo EXO-6. The eyes look a little cross-eyed to me in a weird way. It almost looks like he's having a bit of an allergic reaction on the left eye there. But I also know that there was occasionally in the show times where Chakotay kind of looked like that. So that may be an odd capturing of the character and the actor himself in figure-formed head sculpt. Is it a deal breaker for me? No, I would definitely say not. I think from what I'm seeing from this face sculpt, I know exactly who this is when I look at it. And I don't just think of it as a toy, if that makes sense. This looks a lot closer to museum grade, as they're calling it. Now, this guy comes relatively bare bones when it comes to his accessories. However, I would say that the price point is accommodating that. I think it's interesting that we've slowly been seeing EXO-6 raising their prices lately, but Nanjin, the developer, has been giving us what seems like relatively justified reasons for that. 7 of 9 had a different body style and construction than other figures, so naturally, she was a little bit more expensive. Locutus of Borg, which has also been a pre-order announcement recently that I'm really excited for. Like, I'm 100% getting that guy in my collection. He's got wires, again, different body construction type because of his Borg parts, so some justification on higher prices. This guy is coming in at a whoppingly better price, in my opinion, of $175 plus $25 flat rate shipping. I think that is on the nose. Now again, this guy doesn't come with a lot. We get a chance to see kind of that standard Type 2 hand phaser. He also comes with the TR-590 Tricorder X. That standard tricorder, so it's able to be kind of worn on his belt, similar to what we've seen with the other figures like Data. And it has the magnetic piece that can attach on the bottom. I also think that's pretty cool. And then he also comes with a pad or a personal access display device, which of course in Star Trek, you see them walking around with that all the time, especially officers who have duty rosters and so on and so forth that they have to remember, so they got their data pad. For Chakotay, he was a bit more of a boring character for me in Star Trek Voyager. Now, I know that the actor Robert Beltran did, I think, piss off the director at some point. And so I think as a result, he had scenes cut back, dialogue taken away, and just overall kind of a slashing of his character's storyline, especially when you compare it to the likes of the Doctor, or Neelix, or Tuvok, or Seven of Nine, or, B'Elanna Torres even. Like, the list goes on. They all got way better storylines than Chakotay, which is a bit unfortunate because when he started in the show, he was part of the Maquis. He had like an actual, impactful kind of position, and they kind of gutted that. Now, I think this may be one of the only times us 6 scale collectors get an opportunity to own this character in 6 scale form. He's not a very sexy character in the sense of, not his attractiveness, of course, but the character himself. However, if you're the type of collector that wants to collect a Star Trek bridge crew, and Voyager's one of your favorites, you can't not have Chakotay. And I think that even though this guy comes with only a handful of accessories, the likeness, I would give this an 8.5 out of 10. It's not perfect, but so far none of the EXO-6 ones have been perfect in my opinion. But an 8.5 for 175 I actually think is a pretty good deal, especially if you're trying to build out your bridge crew. And alternatively, if you've gotten a figure like 7 of 9 and don't necessarily plan to collect other Star Trek Voyager EXO-6 figures, Chakotay could still be a good pairing with 7, because of course they had a relationship, especially if you don't love the Janeway. Now, I am crossing my fingers that we start to see more of the original motion picture. I definitely want to see more of the bridge crew from Star Trek The Next Generation, so I'm really hoping that they kind of continue as EXO-6 to pump out some of these Voyager figures to help those completionists build their collection and complete it, so that we other Star Trek fans can also build our own collections. Because with Q and Locutus being my first 2 figures, as well as Data from The Next Generation, it builds a very strange bridge crew on the Next Gen side for me so far. And I'm excited to see more of the standard uniforms and less of some of these unique characters. Don't get me wrong, I love the Star Trek unique characters, but I want to see a bridge crew on my display as well. So this guy, guys, this is a short video, but I just wanted to chime in and say I think there's some value here. I like the look of this figure. Even though Chakotay is not necessarily my favorite Star Trek Voyager character, I think if you resonated with him, if he has nostalgic value for you, or if you're a completionist collector and you just want him in your Voyager setup, I think this will be the opportunity to have that happen. It could be many years before we see another Star Trek company come along and want to make a Chakotay. This is the video for today, guys. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button, smash the subscribe for me, and we'll catch you on the next Star Trek video. Thanks for watching.